Hello YouTube. So earlier this week I was trying to record some new gaming videos for my next playlist and I encountered some issues. Correcting these issues turned into a much longer ordeal than I had anticipated, but I did learn quite a few things in the process, which I thought I would share with you all, in the hope that if you choose to make similar videos yourself, you won't have to spend as much time as I did fumbling around in the dark like some virginal teenager losing his cherry. If any of you watching this happen to be virginal teenagers, I wasn't mocking you, it was just a metaphor. Don't worry guys, it'll happen for you one day. Anyway, I usually record my gaming videos with DXTory, an excellent video recorder developed in Japan, whose strength lies in its versatility. DXTory comes with its own video codec, but I wouldn't advise that you use it since the file sizes it makes are massive. My favourite codec is the X264 VFW, as it hits the sweet spot. Really hits that sweet spot between image quality and file size. The problem that I encountered this time, however, was that the frame rate was dropping significantly and simply wasn't good enough. A bit of research led me to discover that the UUV422 codec is a much better choice in this instance since it's a lot faster, and it has excellent image quality, although the file sizes were much bigger than the X264, but still not as ridiculous as the DXTory codec, however. The difference this codec made was significant. The frame rate in the captured video improved by 7 or 8 frames a second, which is pretty damn good. However, it still wasn't good enough to get the smooth 60 FPS that I was looking for. So that led me to leaving behind my beloved DXTory and trying something else. First up, NVidia Shadowplay. This was already installed on my system as part of NVIDIA's GeForce experience, and it can apparently record at 60 FPS, so I figured it was worth a go. How little did I know. The biggest problem I had with Shadowplay was that it wouldn't record. That's not a good start for a video recording program. My research showed that this is actually a fairly common problem. Oh NVIDIA, what are you playing at? Apparently, the issue that causes this can be solved in Windows 7 quite easily by activating an arrow theme. Shadowplay for some reason requires that an arrow theme is used, otherwise it won't work. So all you have to do is right click on the desktop, choose personalization, and select an arrow theme. Simple enough, right? Well, yes, if you're using Windows 7, which I'm not. I'm using Windows 10, and Windows 10 doesn't have any arrow themes, they've all been discontinued. So what then is the solution for Windows 10 users? It's a bit more complicated. You have to make an amendment to your registry settings using Regedit. Disclaimer, Regedit is a real-time editor, which means that any changes you make will apply immediately. They aren't held in a draft version first. Changing the registry could affect your PC's stability and functionality, so be sure you know what you've changed. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's get cracking. So once you've opened Regedit, drill down through HKey current user into software, and then Microsoft, and then Windows, themes, and personalize. It should look like this. At this point, you just need to right click in the window and create a new D-word value, as shown on screen now. And call this value enable blur behind. And double click on it to open its options menu. Leave the base as hexadecimal, but change the value data from 0 to 1. And that's it. Restart Shadowplay and it should now record. Using this method, I managed to get Shadowplay working. However, it wasn't recording at 60 FPS either, so it was back to the drawing board. How frustrating. The next and final stop on this journey was OBS Studio, a powerful program that users can use to record their desktop in anything from low quality small file size to lossless quality and enormous file size. The program seemed to be very popular, and even better than that, it's free! This looked promising. It didn't turn out that way, however. Well, at least not at first. With OBS, you can't just start recording, you have to set up a source first of all. Naturally enough, I chose the game capture source, since games were the source that I wanted to capture. Seemed logical enough. The problem was that when I recorded the videos, they would just capture a black screen instead of the game, although for some reason the sound still recorded. By this point I was nearing my wit's end, so the simplest solution was just to choose the display capture as the source instead. This will record the entire desktop and then you just start the game. I assigned the same hotkeys for starting and stopping recording as I use in DXTory, and away we go. The only slight issue is that this program doesn't give you a recording indicator or FPS display like DXTory does, so there's no visual feedback to show that recording has started. It's a minor quibble, however, since the Wolfenstein videos were much smoother than the other programs. I did a little bit of further tweaking to get the videos as smooth and as pretty as possible. So in case you're interested, I've set the recording quality to indistinguishable, the downscale filter to bilinear since it's the fastest, and the process priority to above normal. As you can see, the results look pretty damn good. So that's that. Hopefully this video has been of some help or interest to you. If so, please smash that like button, subscribe, and send me presents. Or you can give me a dislike if you think I'm a dick. See ya when I see ya. Bye for now.